Hi, guys. I wanted to come on today to talk about what I feel is us exploiting each other. The last 4 or 5 days, there's been talk on Kinganda, YouTube Kinganda, brother that's over in Uganda. He said he's been there about 10 years. And the last few days, he's been calling out YouTubers. Um, I think they're mostly based in Africa, African Americans that have moved to Mother Africa. And Kinganda's been calling these people out because he says that they have been exploiting, scamming African Americans in the U.S. who were trying to come to the motherland and, start a new life. And some people are saying that Kinganda doesn't have proof, but he's been showing receipts. So I think he does have proof that these people were scamming their brothers and sisters. I don't know any other way to say it. And for me, it's so troubling because as a 71-year-old African American woman, I feel pain because it's one thing when the man is scamming us. I mean, we've been through a lot. Our history, anybody can see it, is vast, where we have been just all atrocities just taken advantage of, by the man. When we do it to each other, that's a whole nother can of worms. And it's not about trying to stand in the way of somebody making progress. I mean, okay, say I go over to Tanzania and I'm like new to the game. I'm finding out things, trying to establish myself in another country. And at some point, I'm able to establish, like I have a place where I'm staying. I've been through some hurdles, but I've overcome them and everything. So what I'm gonna do is turn around and utilize like what knowledge I have attained from being over there and charge my brothers and sisters who are back home that want to do what I've done. Okay, they want to come over, but they've never really traveled like that. Excuse me. And traveling and like moving to another place, that's kind of like different in a way. When you travel, you're going places, you're exploring, you're there for a few days or a week or 2 weeks or something like that. That's different. But when you want to like put down roots and stuff, that's a whole nother story. So people are taking advantage of the fact that, okay, I've learned this and I'm going to charge people for my services. Okay, I don't know what to say about that. But when you get into the scamming, it has been involving people in the United States, African Americans, who wanted to purchase land, and they were given offers by these people, scammers, allegedly. They were sending money via Cash App to these people over in Africa. And it turned out to be, a big scam. I, for one, I was really, really into Mark Meets Africa at one point before I decided that Mexico was going to be my destination. And I just said to myself, oh my gosh, I kind of like dodged a bullet, because that could have been me who lost, like this one person lost like over $24,000 sending Cash App to one of these scammers, And so, like I said, with me being an elder, I just feel so badly that we're doing to each other what we've been accusing the man of doing to us forever. Did you ever think about that? I remember back reading, because I wasn't here, back in the 20s or 30s, the great migration. People from the South were coming to the North to seek a better life. And oftentimes, because, sometimes people nowadays talk about the Hispanics and how, they have like 10 people in a house, it's crazy and all that. But I've heard that was kind of sort of how it was when people were migrating from the South. to come north for better job opportunities. Like say if you saw somebody or you knew somebody that had already gone there and they had gotten themselves established, they had gotten a job, then, you know, you make contact with them, you know, write a letter or something. You know, they didn't have phones back then, I don't think. And, you know, they would say, oh yeah, you know, I did this, I did that. It's just like kind of like the Underground Railroad in a way. I mean, you know, like you're guiding somebody, helping them to get to a better place. They may be able to rent a room from somebody you know, or you will guide them to somebody that can help this person get a place to stay until they're in a better position to, you know, do better, you know, but it's much better than what they're leaving in the South. That's why they were leaving, you know. So that's how it was done back then. Now, I can't say that people back then who were already established in the North were like beaten up. When I say beaten up on their fellow brothers and sisters, like charging them exorbitant fees and stuff to help them, or, you know, that type of thing. Because see, what you sometimes can do is you can kind of like lose control. You see the opportunity. Oh yeah, I can make this, I can make that. Like then you say, hey, I mean, I deserve to make this money because, you know, I'm giving them this wealth of knowledge. But sometimes you gotta know where to draw the line, you know, because see, that feeling of empowerment or just, I don't want to say anything negative, but it's like you got to realize when sometimes the enemy is getting in your head and he'll say, oh yeah, why don't you could charge more than this, you could do this, you could do that. Hey, look, it's not always worth it. And, you know, in the long run, it's like you've kind of like sold your soul because you let it get out of control. You lost control of your integrity. You have crossed the line. And, you know, the enemy's happy because, hey, you know, hey, another one bites the dust. We're doing it to each other. We're doing it to each other. Like I said, why don't we understand that? There's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve and soar and you know, advance. But at what cost? Are you taking a brother or a sister down in the process? Is it worth that? Because, you know, I'm just saying, I just feel that eventually your time will come and you will reap the benefits of your hard work and efforts and all that. But when some people just want to do it quick, pronto, or ahora, but I just pray for the people that were scammed, you know, the victims, because, and they say a lot of Black people have not come forward. They were scammed, but they're hesitant because they're embarrassed. And I can understand, yeah, you're embarrassed because you believed in a dream. You believed and you wanted to escape what we have been going through for how long, how many centuries? I mean, it's understandable that you want to go someplace where you feel that you will be respected and not just looked at as a Black person. There's nothing wrong with that. I fault the people that took advantage of your dreams and turned it into a nightmare. Okay? That's where I have a problem. And for those people, the scammers, I just don't know what to say. All I can say is just, first of all, recognize. Don't try to be on the defensive. Accountability is key. Be accountable for your actions. Okay? Maybe the people will forgive you. I don't know if they can get their money back, but hey, if it was me, I know I would not be able to function on a daily basis knowing what I did to somebody. That's deep. But remember, we've been hurt too much by the man. I don't care about them talking about it's the American way. Bull crap. We don't have to be that American. I thought we were trying to escape America, so why would we try to be like them? Don't do it to each other, because we've had too much done to each other already by you know who. They not like us. Think about it. Blessings.